Terry from Next Generation Entertainment. Today I want to go over some lights that we purchased. We got 10 RGBWUAP. So it's red, green, blue, white, amber, and purple. We have those lights in here. They're battery operated. They're wireless DMX, and they are also a very long life battery operated light. So this is how we actually received the lights. I ordered it. I ordered 10 and it came with a flight case, and it was actually delivered like this. It was shrink wrapped with the shipping label on top. You could still see some of the tape, and it was delivered from DHL. Phenomenal shipping. I ordered it. I didn't expect it to be here until the 7th or 8th, but it actually came on the 2nd. So I programmed some of the lights, but I'm going to show you how they came, and I just want to show you how these lights get charged. Okay, so you see here on the side, there's two inputs here. Right, those inputs, each one requires a plug to go into an outlet, and that's how we charge the lights. You can see, just plug it right into an outlet, use one each, and you do need two. One will not do. So if you open it up, you can see here how we have it charged. They have a strip of outlets here that we could take the wires, and what I did was I just kind of curled them up a little bit just so you could see it like this. So I just shortened them up. I ordered some 8-inch wires, so the wire will go directly from here to here. It'll be 8 inches. It'll be a little longer than this, but this is a 3-foot or 4-foot wire. Really don't need all that, so I just ordered some 8-inch wires on Amazon. They were like $3 each, and all you do is when you're finished with it at the end of the gig, you just put it in here, plug it into the actual light, and then plug this part into the strip, and they are charging. It takes about 4 or 5 hours to charge the lights, and they last an amazing amount of time, and I'll go over that in a little bit. Alright, so these lights are all programmed already. This one I actually reset to factory defaults, and I'm going to go over how you set the light up and how it's going to be used in an event. Okay, so let's go. Here we have the light out of the case, and I just want to go over the physical features of it. You'll see here there's 2, 4, 6 LED ports in here, and inside there's the red, green, and blue, amber, white, and purple inside. And when I turn the light on, you'll see where they're positioned inside of these shells. Here is the IR receiver, so it comes with a remote. Okay, we've taken the light out of the lighting case, and just want to go over the physical features of the light itself. On the top here, you can see this is the IR receiver for the remote that comes with the actual light, and I ordered 10 lights, so we got 10 remotes. So this is one of the remotes. It comes with a pull tab so that the battery is not connecting. When you pull the plastic out, now the battery is connecting to the terminal, and it is ready for use. You can see you have your 6 LED ports here. These are a way that the light brightens. Inside we have red, blue, green, amber, white, and purple. And when I get the light going, I'll show you. You can see where the focal area is for all those lights. So you see here, this is the display panel. This will show what mode you're in when you're running it. You can see I have menu, down, up, and enter. That'll change the different modes. These lights here, 3 green, 1 red, indicate the power of the battery that is still available. 4 lights, 3 greens and 1 red mean it's fully charged. 1 red means it's almost dying. You have your microphone port here, so when you're in sound mode, it'll change the different modes based on sound. On this side here, you see you have the antenna. This antenna is for the wireless DMX. I wouldn't recommend putting it out or trying to switch it up and down because it's very rigid in here, and that's the limit you have for range of motion going up and down. I would basically keep it inside unless you really needed it out for a further distance. On the side here, you can see you have your DMX in, DMX out, your power on, off, your input port for your power cable, and you have your fuse area here. So this just pops out. There's usually a spare fuse and a fuse for use inside there. So if the power goes off on it, first thing you check is the fuse and make sure you have power. Okay, on this side here, this is the power switch for the wireless DMX and your exhaust fan. It's a cooling fan. They run with the exhaust fan on, the cooling fan, for the entire time I've had them on, and they last a very long time. Okay, and then this is the bottom here. So the area for your battery, if you ever need to replace the battery, you would take all these screws off. There's 14 screws here. You take these screws off and the battery is right there. Okay, so we're going to get started and I'm going to show you how to program these. Okay, this is the manual that comes with the actual light. There's only one manual for all 10 lights. And the part that we're going to focus on today is the DMX channels, what they do, how to set it up, wireless DMX. And I'm just going to open the book up to that page so you can see here. It's on page 7 and 8. Is basically all the different modes. If you can't see it, I'm going to go over it when I go over the display panel. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to power on the light. And the light is already prepared for the remote of the wireless IR receiver right here. I'm just going to lay this down flat because we have it on the table and I don't have to worry about it getting scratched up. So here's the receiver for it. I'm going to power on, and you can see it turns red. If I push the green button on the remote, it's going to turn green, blue, white, and then so on and so forth as you go on down. There's other modes on here: flash, strobe, fade, and smooth. So if I hit fade, it's going to fade from one light color to another. You can make it faster and slower based on what your preference is. And if you could look straight down into the light, you could see the focal area of the different RGBs. You could see the white, the red, the blue, the green, the amber, and the purple in there. Okay. So this is on smooth right now. I'm going to put it on fade. I'm sorry, this is on fade. I'm going to put it on smooth. And you can see here it's going to change from one light to another. There's the amber. Alright, and I'm just going to shut it off from here. And I'm going to power it down completely. Okay, so we're going to power it on, and I'm going to power on the wireless DMX. And you can see here, it's red right now, and there's 7 channels. And if you see, each time I push it, it'll change the color. So this is channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At 7, I'm sorry, and then we're back to channel 1. For this exercise, all of my lights are going to be on channel 1 for the DMX, and I'm going to show you how to program your sending unit. Okay, so this is the receiving unit, and we're going to show you how to program the sending unit. There's a couple different sending units you could use. One of them is this one. It's the dongle for the wireless sending unit, and you'll see that you can change the colors here, and if you get the colors to match. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to power this up, and if you can see in this area here, it's already on channel 1, and whatever channel you want, you push this little button in here, and each one of those channels will change. Okay, you can see this is on channel 1. If I push this button, we go to channel 2, channel 3, 4, 5, 6, I passed 7. So, but there's 7 channels on here too. So we're going to use channel 1, but I'm not going to use this. I'm actually going to use this receiving unit that I have here. This is a generic receiving unit I got on eBay for 50 bucks. It's a receiver and transmitter, and you could select what channel, and it's more of a visible feature. As you can see here, I put the label on here. I am on, my PA is on 1, my ID is 1, and that's my frequency that I use for the lights. So I'm going to plug that in here. Okay. And then the program that I use on for the lights is my DMX 3.0. And what I use for the my DMX 3.0 is the my DMX Buddy. You can generally get this anywhere on eBay from $79, $69 to $99 right from the store. IDJ Now, etc., Guitar Center. I have the program open already, and if you guys are familiar with the program, I have a bunch of scenes that I made up. I'm going to plug in the dongle here to the USB port and just put it around the back and plug that directly into the back of my sending unit. I'm going to power my sending unit on. Okay, so that's transmitting and receiving. Okay, that's with the TX, right, transmitting. And you can see here this light went from red and it's now green. Okay, so that means that it's receiving a DMX signal. If I turn it off, I still have it on the correct channel, but you could see it turned red and it's no longer receiving a DMX signal. So I power it on, wait for my DMX signal. Okay, now these lights, I'm going to go over to my patch on American DJ. Okay, so we have it powered on now. We have our program that we're using, my DMX. These lights I actually are going to be on channel 81, and there's two options for the light. It's either going to be A is going to be DMX channel, DMX address 1 through 512 is 10 channel, or D, DMX address 1 through 512 is 6 channel. So we're going to put it on A, and we're going to put it on channel 81, and then these lights will be now connected to my DMX, and it'll also be connected to the wireless transmitter. So the first thing we did was make sure that our wireless DMX was on channel 1. So that will not, it's connected to it, but it won't do anything until we connect this light to our DMX program. So I'm going to go through the menu real quick. So there's 15 different settings. So first one is A for DMX, D for DMX. So this is the 6 channel. This one is color jump, 0 through 99. There's 99 different programs that you could put in for color jumping. This one is EE00. This is color fade. It'll go from one channel to another, one light to another, fading in and out. This is fade sudden, color fade sudden. This is auto mode. This is auto mode also. This is sound active, so you can see when we tap on it, it'll change colors. Okay, and it'll also go through different modes. There's 4 for those. Color selection, so if you go up and down, you can select what color you want the light to be specifically. You can make custom colors. This is for how much red you want, how much green you want, blue, white, yellow, and purple. And then we'll go right back to A. So now we're going to make this, we're going to go up to channel 81, which is what we programmed the light to be. 81, and it's going to be 10 channels for DMX address 81. And I'll go through what the different channels do. Okay, so we're on channel 81, A, and I hit enter. So now we should be able to control it from our program. So I'll put it right next to the program here. So we'll go through what the different channels are through 1 through 10. Okay, channel 1 is going to be the dimmer, so we're going to put our dimmer up all the way. Channel 2 is going to be for a strobe. 3 is going to be for different modes, different macros. 4 is going to be for the speed of the modes in macros. Right? 5 is going to be red, and you can see our red went up. I'll turn it down. 6 is green. 7, blue. 8 is our white. It's a pure white. It's not a mix of red, blue, and green like other RGB lights. It has its own white LED. Amber, same thing, has its own amber LED. And purple, this is a UV light. This one is a little hard to see in the daylight, but it is actually a UV light and it reacts the same as a black light would. Okay, so I just have this on one setting here. If I go to some of the scenes that I have made up already, you could see that the light is reacting with it. All the different programs that we have. solid white, fire, all these different pre-made programs that we made through my DMX 3.0. If you'd like to learn more about my DMX 3.0, just put it down in the comments. I'll make a little video and show you how to do that one. Okay. So, lastly, let's talk about battery life. I started these lights when I first got them. I fully charged them I charged them overnight. And these lights stayed on for over 12 hours with one charge. They're really useful. They're very, very bright. I know it's kind of hard to see how bright they are, but when you put it on all solid white, this is a bright light. And I'll just shine it into the camera for you real quick so you can see how bright they are. They're very, very, very bright. So that's it. That's all I have for these lights here. If you have any questions or anything you want to learn more about, I'll give you examples on our page here. So from Next Generation Entertainment, DJ Harry, until next time, have a good day.